If you're thinking about a move to Spain, there's probably a voice in your head right now saying, "This is crazy. I'm American. Spain is Europe." But here's the thing. Moving to Spain as an American isn't some exotic fantasy anymore. It's actually easier, cheaper, and smarter than you think. And I'm going to show you exactly why. I'm Brian Stevendale, and this is Moving to Spain Made Simple, part of the Spain Made Simple series. My job is to strip away confusion, show you that Spain isn't just a vacation destination, it's generally a better place to live, if you're willing to take it seriously. First, let's talk about why this is happening. So back in 23, over 36,000 Americans became residents of Spain, not tourist residents. And by mid-25 last year, there were nearly 50,000 US nationals living here. That's not an accident, that's a trend. And it's not just retirees anymore. We're seeing families with kids, remote workers, entrepreneurs, people in their 30s and 40s who are done with the American grind. So why? 3 reasons. Number 1, money. Your money. American income goes insane here. A US salary in Spain isn't just substantial, it's luxurious. A family of 4 lives well on $1,500 to $2,000 a month. That's housing, food, healthcare, everything. Meanwhile, the same family in the US, they're drowning. So let me be more specific. Let's take US healthcare. You're looking at $1,500 a month. In Spain, 50 to 100. Spain's healthcare is ranked number 7 globally, and the US is down at rank 37. And rent in central Estepona, where I am, in a similar suburb to America, but here you're 5 minutes from the beach. Childcare, 200 to 400 a month in Spain, 1,000 to 2,000 in the US. You do that math over 5 years, there's nearly 50,000 in savings, and that's just per child. What about food? 32% cheaper, a 3-course lunch here, $12. Utilities are lower because of the climate. Add all that up, an American living on American income in Spain, you're not just living comfortably, you're thriving. Here's reason 2, and it's lifestyle. Because the lifestyle is generally better. Spain's built something that America forgot, time. The culture here is based on living, not working. You work to live, you don't live to work. That's not just a philosophy, that's actual infrastructure. We have walkable neighborhoods. We can do everything in 5 minutes. Plazas where people actually gather and meet. Public healthcare that doesn't bankrupt you. Schools that are free. And a culture of long lunches, siesta, and importantly, time with your family. And honestly, once you experience this for 6 months, going back to America's house of culture will feel insane. But what about climate? Over 300 days of sunshine per year. And that sounds like marketing, but it does change everything. Your mood, your health, your ability to actually become alive and thrive with your family. And it's pretty straightforward. Let's look at point 3. The bureaucracy isn't as bad as people think. Americans are terrified of Spanish red tape. But here's the truth. Spain wants foreigners who have money, who won't cause trouble. So they've made it surprisingly simple. For most Americans, there are 2 pathways. The non-lucrative visa, which is often called a retirement visa, but it's not for just retirees. All you need is passive income, pensions, dividends, rental income, investment returns, anything that doesn't require you to work. And the requirement in numbers, $28,800 per annum. And if you're bringing a spouse, you add $7,200, and kids at the same fees. That processing time, 1 to 2 months, if it's done properly. The digital nomad visas, if you work remotely for a non-Spanish company, then you're looking at $2,765 a month income. You can work, bring your family, and enjoy all Spain's benefits. Processing time, 2 to 3 months. Both visas lead to permanent residency after 5 years. They include your family, allow you to buy property, and travel throughout the European Union, live a very normal life. Let's do a specific about Estepona. It's a sweet spot right now. It's warm, it's beach adjacent, and it's not overcrowded like its noisy neighbor Marbella. And it's not as expensive as those big cities. It has all the infrastructure you want. It's 45 minutes from Malaga Airport, 90 minutes to Gibraltar. You can even go to Morocco, Africa in a day. But more than that, Estepona is a real community of Americans. You're not going to be the only person figuring this out. There are schools, American schools, healthcare providers, financial advisors, real estate specialists, all who understand American needs. That matters when you're making such a big move. And the honest part, nothing's perfect because moving to Spain isn't a magic fix. You're not escaping yourself because there's challenges. Let's take the obvious one, language. Do you need to speak Spanish? Technically, no, but your life will get that bit easier if you do. Most Americans in Estepona, for example, manage in English only. But you try doing your taxes, banking, legal matters without Spanish, you can feel some friction. Bureaucracy is another. Spain moves a little slower than the US. Government offices often close at 2 p.m. So things take that little bit longer. So if you want efficiency and speed can test you, but you'll get used to us. And the culture is very different. Spanish culture is more hierarchical, more formal in some ways. But then the social rhythm is different too. Dinner comes out 9, 10 p.m. Your work-life balance is real, which sounds good until you're hungry at 6 p.m. and nothing's open. And honestly, some Americans come to Spain expecting to escape reality. You can't. You just got to deal with being a human being. Spain just gives you a better environment to do it in. But here's the thing. If you go to Spain, because you actually want this lifestyle, the cost of living, the healthcare, the community, then those challenges aren't deal breakers. They're just a texture of living somewhere different. So what are those steps if you're serious about making an actual start? Let's go through them. Number 1, check your visa eligibility. Do you have passive income? Are you a remote worker? Can you document it? This determines your pathway and your timeline. Step 2, get your finances in order. Work with a cross-border tax specialist to understand what moving to Spain actually means for you in taxes. And here's a spoiler. It's usually way better than you think, because the foreign earned income tax exclusion alone will save you tens of thousands of dollars. Step 3, learn Spanish. Not fluently, enough to get by, basic conversation. That'll help you and you'll get embraced more by the locals. Number 4, spend time here. It's always a good idea to spend 3 or 6 months before you commit. Live life like a local. See if your lifestyle actually works for you. Spain looks amazing on vacation, but it might feel different for you living here full time. Number 5, do get professional help. You need help with visa. Someone who knows the consulates, your jurisdiction, how that process works. Work with a real estate agent who understands American needs. Work with a lawyer who understands your specific situation. Don't try and figure this out by yourself. The cost of a mistake is way higher than the cost of getting that expert help up front. So here's what I know of helping dozens of Americans move to Spain. The people who succeed aren't the ones who are running away from something. They're the ones who are running towards it, running towards something special. They want that better lifestyle. They want their money to work harder. They want to live better, somewhere beautiful. So with better healthcare, better schools, and more time with their families, it's Spain. If that's you, we're waiting. And it's way more accessible than you think. So on our website, we built something called the Move to Spain Assessment. It's completely free, takes about 3 minutes, and it tells you which visa you should qualify for, what the actual costs will be, and how long that process will take. Plus, if you're ready to actually move forward, you can book a free consultation with one of our relocation specialists, and we'll walk you through your specific situation, your visa options, your tax planning, your property strategy, all of it. Check the link below for your free Move to Spain assessment. And welcome to Spain Made Simple with Sansons.